Arr, my little cherubs, how the devil are you? Thank you so much for watching this. I really, really appreciate you guys, by the way, watching this and the awesome thumbs up. So put a thumbs up in the, I don't know why, apparently YouTube said that the more thumbs up you get, the more. Anyway, right, I want to show you a little hack. And I believe that too many people now are actually looking at horses that are front runners. If horses are front runners, then that's great. That used to be an edge years and years and years ago. But if you back front runners blind now, you will lose money. You need something else for it to be a front runner, to be worthy of putting your money on. Because at the end of the day, you've got to protect your bank. That's the number one thing. You've got to protect your bank. And so I just, if you are doing back to lay front runners, that's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But as long as you have something else in your tool set other than it's a front runner, you need to know more. Does it jump well? Does it travel well? What's your position like? You can't just do front runners anymore. That was a great edge 5 or 6 years ago. You would have made money. You'd have made loads of money. However, edges diminish over time because the bigger the edge, the more people do it. And so the more people who are actually doing a certain edge, then that will decrease your edge in the market. Because if more people are doing it, then there is no edge. What you've got to do is do something that less and less people are doing. So something that's working really, really well at the minute for me, personally, is jumped well. The more and more, I've just realised, the more and more I tell about this, the less and less edge it is. But it will only be an edge for so long, because, well, I'm guessing that people will catch on to this. Right, so here, on the software, by the way, if you want to join onto the waiting list, simply click below, there's tag, and you can just put your number. That's terrible. That is terrible marketing. There's a link below and you can join a waiting list. Just click it and it's a waiting list page. Oh, Jesus. Right. Sorry. So where was I? So yeah, jump well. So for me at the minute, I believe one of the biggest factors is horses that jump well. I will absolutely guarantee you that every single time a horse jumps well, jumps over the fence beautifully, and I don't just mean just ambles over it, I mean jumps beautifully, then the price will go down. It will shoot down. And that is a big factor. And I believe that the market reacts to it in play. However, I don't believe we as in-play traders react to it pre-race at the minute. And that is where we get our edge. So we know that if a horse jumps well in the race, then the market reacts to it in a positive manner. However, I don't believe that we are looking for horses that are jumping well. We are too focused on front runners, and that's great. But I do believe that we need to look at something else and have some other tools in our chest of edges over the market. So what I've done here is I've just selected horses jump well, last 3 runs, 25% and over. So basically I'm saying to the software, I want to see comments in running for horses that have jumped well. So you have to have jumped well in the last 3 runnings somewhere. Look well, led, made all, jump well. There we go. So it's there. So what the software is saying is last 3 runs, I want to see jump well in the comments in running in 25% and over. 25% and over is 1 out of 3 basically into somewhere around there, 33%. Right. So I want to show you this horse today. And by the way, yes, it is on my podcast. This one, I really, really like Baron Alco, and I forgot to mention the percentage profit. It's 60 to 90% we're going for here. Look at this. Look at this. Right. The first 3 runs didn't dob. The 13 runs subsequently have all dobbed. That basically means how much percentage did that horse decrease by? It decreased 79%. 5.65 into 1.15 is 79%. It decreased 65%, 14.5 into 5. These are the ticks that it decreased as well. So it's a beautiful serial dobber is this one. Look, jump well, made all. So again, there's nothing wrong with doing horses that front run. There's nothing wrong at all. But you have to remember that you need something extra. You need another edge. You need another insight into the market. And our insight here is this horse jumps well. Let me prove it to you. So Baron Alco, here we go. Last time out, I am moving offices, by the way, soon, because I can't keep doing all these podcasts in this office. Right, so at Cheltenham last time out, just watch the way this horse jumped the first. And if it jumps the first well, and if the commentator sees it as well, and when you're at the front of a market, the commentator does pick up on it, because it's at the front of the market. Now there our little beauty is there. Hasn't front run, not the lead here, but watch this. Leading now! Just a beautiful jumper. The way he travels through, like now, just head down, gets really, really slick, fast from one side to the other. That's probably the worst jump he did all circuit then, but still fast, one side to the other. But not only a good jumper, you've got to watch how the horse actually gets away from the fence as well. So you've got to see that the horse lands full of running, if you see what I mean. It can't land on all fours, and you have to be ridden along and just shaking along, because the market reacts negative to that. It doesn't matter what we think about the market. It doesn't matter what we think happens during the race. All that dictates everything that we do is how the market reacts in play. It doesn't matter about anything else. So what we need to do as your edge, you need to find you just need to watch the market. If you want your edge, look at that, beautiful, big and bold, love it. Yeah, you need to figure out, just watch the race and watch the market, watch horses and watch how the prices interact with how the horse is travelling. Beautiful jump, beautiful. Stop it, Dean. Getting turned on by a goddamn horse. I'm not really. So you need to watch how the market interacts with horses in play when it's ridden along. Does it react negatively? How negatively? Does it change over time? Here we go, another good jump. Boom. Beautiful. I absolutely love watching horses do this. Anyway, so yeah, my tip for you today is look at things that people haven't thought of. Just, you've got to, when others are zigging, you've got to sag. You can't do what everybody else is doing, because that's not an edge. That's just copying. Bit of a nightmare being. Oh, anyway, yeah. So you can't. That's a Betfair people, because I send it to them, the podcast. Yeah. So you've got to zig when others are zagging. You've got to look how the market reacts. Just watch how the market reacts to certain things, certain criteria. Jumps well. I've just told you that it reacts positively to that. It really does. We all know that back into their front runners, the price will go down first of all, and then it'll spike back up because everybody's trying to get out, and so it'll always boom and then straight back out. Because everybody's trying to alleviate the pressure, the position, the need to exit the position. So there's a market force going upwards to take the horse up because of all the pre-race money that everybody needs to get out. That's a danger for front runners. So it needs to be travelling well for a substantial period for me to get my percentage out of my money that I want to get out. So that's why I'm a little bit wary of in-play trades with front runners. What else? Jumped well, travelled well. The market really, really reacts to that positively as well. How the horse comes out of the stall. Anyway, there's loads of other things just to look at. Just literally go down here and see what searches comments. I'm going to add loads more as well, because you guys who travel strongly, held up as well, reacts negatively, but there's loads of people doing that at the minute, so just be careful again about that, because like I said, the more people that are doing something, the less positive, the less of an edge it is. So you really have to make sure that if you're going for a held up horse, then it needs to have historical data of not just being held up, but also drifting out in price as well, because obviously it's a trend at the minute to do later backs. And so you've got to be careful here. Going easily. Yeah, I'll be adding to these as well, because you awesome members have been saying, can we add this in? Can we add that in? This is something that I look for. So yeah, we're going to do that. There's so many more updates. Like I keep saying, we are innovators here, and we're going to continue innovating. But it's only because of you guys, because I listen to every single feedback that we get. And it's my job this afternoon and tonight, actually, to go through all the emails I've received. I don't know, so many emails regarding potential improvements, and I love it, because it's really nice to go, somebody's took the time and effort to actually email me to say, look, this is how I think we can improve the software, and I will read every single one and then go through it, look at it, identify if we're going to use it or not, if it's something that we want to something that we want to put onto the software or not. Guys, have an awesome Saturday. I massively appreciate each and every single one of you guys. I know I keep saying it all the time, but I don't want you to think that I don't, because it's not so something I say. I really, really do appreciate you guys. So thank you. Have an awesome weekend. And yeah, let's stay green. All right, my mates. You're my mate, and I will stand by you because you're my mate. And I'm going. Imagine, this is me sober. Imagine what I'm like when I'm at a drink. All right, guys, have a great one. Loads and loads of man love. I've gone red. See you later.